everybody, it's Daniel here, bringing you 5 recommendations today for Jackbox Party Pack fans. You might know the Jackbox Party Pack as the culmination of games such as You Don't Know Jack, Fibbage and Drawful. These are a culmination of party games in the style of old classics such as Buzz, The Big Quiz. And what's great about all these games is that you can actually play them on your phone, so there's no need for additional controllers. Simply put, it's a very accessible party game that doesn't exclude anyone in that regard. Even if you're not into games particularly yourself, these are quiz-based games that are very easy to jump on into. We've included a variety of party games today that are equally as accessible and won't cause issue with controllers. These games are in no particular order, so we hope you try them all out. First up, we have Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes from Steel Crate Games. We hope you're an expert with bomb defusal, because Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is a frantic, cooperative bomb defusal simulator. One person is tasked with defusing a bomb that's presented in front of them, and the other players have physically printed manuals and must instruct him how to defuse the bomb. The other players with the manuals cannot see the bomb, and the player with the bomb cannot see the manuals. So, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is a game of frantic communication back and forth between one person with a bomb and the other people who are trying to save his life. And while it sounds like a very stressful environment, it is incredibly fun to play. It's a very unique setup. I mean, you have physically printed manuals for this game. When's the last time that a game challenged you to have that? It's very easy to pick up because of that though. You only need to print the manuals down from the site and just install the game. It's $15 of your regional equivalent and it's available on Steam. Everyone who approaches this game may feel slightly overwhelmed at their circumstances, but what's great about this game is that you're unified in that sense of overwhelmment. It's a very unique experience that we wholeheartedly recommend. If your friends are in the mood for defusing some bombs, basically, we have you covered. Next up we have Nintendo Land from Nintendo. I know, what a shocker. Nintendo Land is like Jackbox in a lot of ways. It offers a huge variety of games, it has 12 of them included, and it's very easily accessible. Most of these games have very simple concepts. For instance, Mario Chase in Nintendo Land is literally just chasing. Each game has a very simple premise, but it's so polished and filled with so much charm that it offers a lot of replayability. Helping in this aid is the Wii U gamepad, because one player is actually going to have a unique role to play. Like for instance on Chasin', one guy's going to be Chase, and they have their own screen on the Wii U gamepad. In Luigi's Ghost Mansion, you are playing the ghost on the gamepad, and you have your own private screen again, where other people can't even see you on the TV, and you can just see where you are on the map. Like, it's a very interesting use, and it encourages a lot of replayability because you can take turns passing the gamepad around in this way, so everyone tries out the unique role. It even encourages taking turns for the single player games because you can play them in very short bursts, which is very, very nice, and controller wise, it's very accessible. Once someone has the Wii U and a game, all you need is Wii remotes. Loads of people had the Wii back in the day, so it's very easy to gather controllers for this. It shares the same accessibility as a game like Jackbox, and for that reason we wholeheartedly recommend it. You can get it for Wii U, and the price sort of fluctuates because it's a game from 2012, so you might be able to find it for a bit cheaper, depending on where you go. Next up, we have The Yogg, from Damien Sommer and Emily Carroll. This game is truly something special. It's a choose-your-own-adventure game for 1 to 4 players. What carries this game is its narrative and charm. It randomizes a unique story every time you play, and based on the sequence of actions that you decide to take, you're going to craft the story a very particular way and sort of have a chain reaction that flows between everyone's unique stories. It's very, very cool in this regard. For instance, in one of my playthroughs, I accidentally let it swarm a horde of leeches from the nearby hospital, as you do, typical mistake. But what was interesting is in the next couple of weeks of the game that I was playing it, the leeches started showing up in the wells and water sources and started terrorizing the town. It's very unique to have consequences sort of permeate and ripple through the game in this way, and there's so many endings and so much variety that can be caused from this continually developing chain of actions that encourages a lot of replayability. It only takes about 20 minutes to play through, and gameplay wise all you're going to be doing is picking where you want to go each turn and just kind of reading the story as it develops. It has a sort of fireside storytelling feel to it that is very, very accessible, and it's just so charming, can I just say. Like, look at this art. This game is something special, and it's only $10 of your regional equivalent as well. For the accessibility it provides, and again a very unique experience, we wholeheartedly recommend it. You can find the OG on Steam. Next up we have Tabletop Simulator from Berserk Games. For the times that you're not able to meet up with your friends in person, Tabletop Simulator is an interesting alternative. This is a board game simulator that really shines because of the huge amount of Steam Workshop support that has received through the years. If you're looking to play a popular card or board game with your friends, but you're simply not able to meet up in person, then it's more than likely available on Tabletop Simulator. One of the joys of Jackbox is having all your friends come together to play a fun game, and board game nights have a lot in common with this premise. We're recommending Tabletop Simulator for capturing this similar atmosphere. Simply pick the game that you want to play with your friends and dive on into it. Unfortunately, the interface is a little clunky, but this is for support reasons. They want to incorporate as many games as they possibly can with this. It's a bit more frustrating to play games via tabletop than it is meet up in person. But again, when you're not able to meet up in person, it is a very nice alternative. And you can have a lot of fun with it. There is a dedicated flip the table button for when you get a bit too frustrated with what's currently developing. And there's also some very silly games. Ladies and gentlemen, can I interest you in Cage Who, the popular variant of Guess Who? Does Nicolas Cage look in distress in his picture? Is Nicolas Cage about to be on set by a swarm of bees? Tabletop Simulator is a fun game to have. You can get it for $20 of your regional equivalent on Steam, or you can get a 4-pack for $55. Last up, we have the Jackbox Party Pack 2 from Jackbox Games. This one seems like a bit of a no-brainer, but a lot of people don't know that there's actually a sequel to the Jackbox Party Pack. The only game that's been recycled here is Fibbage, but even then you have it upgraded to Fibbage 2, which has a host of new answers. You also have the new games Earwax, Bidiots, Bomb Corp, and you have Quiplash XL thrown in here, and Quiplash is really a highlight. You are given prompts and you come up with the funniest answers that you can, and through the course of the game you realise that all of your friends are truly terrible people. It's got a very Cards Against Humanity feel to it. I tried so hard to convince my friends not to use the username Hitler when we were playing this game, but they just would not have any of it. My boss is going to have to see this video someday. Between the two packs, you're going to have access to 9 different party games, and for that reason we recommend picking up the sequel because you're going to have even more variety to play with. All of the games in the sequel control in the same way as the original. You're going to be using your phone and tablets to play the game, which is just really, really nice. No extra control is necessary. You can find the Jackbox Party Pack 2 on pretty much every platform for $23 of your regional equivalent. And those are our 5 recommendations for fans of the Jackbox Party Pack. If you're looking for even more gaming recommendations based on your gaming history, can we point you in the direction of GameX.io? Once the site launches, you're going to be able to see a host of gaming recommendations based on the past things you've played, which is pretty nice. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I've been Daniel, and I hope you enjoyed this video.